These are people that literally saw something sell and said, hey, let's just find somebody to design us one similar and start selling it ourselves. We can do that, and not giving a shit about the artist behind it. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. I can't even. Hello, my fishes, Courtney Mermaid here, and welcome back to another video. We all know why we're here. We're here to discuss the latest Finfolk tale ripoff. So if you don't know what happened, let me let you in. Mermaid Lucia recently released a mermaid tale. And not just any mermaid tale, almost an exact duplicate of the Finfolk silicone tale, which blew up all of Instagram and TikTok. Everybody was talking about this tale. It is the LED tale with all of those beautiful tendrils and all of the individual little bulbs. You've seen this all over. Even if you aren't in the mermaid community, chances are you've seen it. If you missed my 2 previous videos, actually, I will be sure to link those, and I do recommend that you check them out because obviously some education needs to happen here today. Oh my god. So a brief history. Back in 2020, Finfolk worked incredibly hard as a team to bring to life this incredible mermaid tale. A truly one-of-a-kind mermaid tale, something that nobody has seen before. Get your brakes oiled. My god. I'm gonna get into like a little brief spiel on LED mermaid tales a little later, but this was truly revolutionary. Nobody had seen anything like this before. The influences for this tale included a want to create something new with LED lights, the light of Elendil from the Lord of the Rings movies, which is that beautiful glass vial of light given to Frodo. Of course, deep sea fish like the anglerfish, as well as a variety of prehistoric fish, because this tale actually features some beautiful armor plating on it as well. But this is how you reference. This is how you do it. You do it to inspire, to create something new from it, not to flat out copy. So when we compare these two tales, the tale sold by Finfolk and the tale sold by Mermaid Lucia, you can very plainly see that one was extremely heavily influenced by the other. Now let's talk about why I have such a problem with this. I mean, you literally took Finfolk's unique, one-of-a-kind idea and duplicated it. I mean, how can you not see that as an issue? You even copied their ads, and then you justified it by saying, and I quote, different materials, different fluke, different scales, different patterns, different colors, different lights, different price. I think you're missing the point. The silhouette of these two tales is virtually the same. And not only that, it's the idea that you copied. You copied the whole premise for this tale. You just jacked it and made your own. And you didn't even make it your own. You were like, oh, look how popular this tale is. Let's just cash in on this while we can. And then you had the nerve to say, and again I quote, commenting on others is free, but behind the constant innovation is the cost of countless tests. You haven't innovated anything here. You have not, no. You have not innovated anything here. And saying that you have is a bold-faced lie. Nothing in nature exists that looks like this that you could have referenced to create something this close to being similar. Like, the chances of something like this happening, this is in the realm of uncanny. Now, obviously, these are my opinions. I am not affiliated with any of these companies. I do not represent either of these companies. These are all my personal opinions. But this is how this looks to a professional tale maker who's running their own business. Like, literally all the work was already done. All you did was just rearranged it a little bit in the hopes that nobody would notice and called that good enough. And the point is not that you made an LED tale. That's not the point here. That is not the issue we are all having. Like, go ahead. No one is stopping you. Finfolk was not the first and is certainly not the only company to ever come out with an LED design. There are many other makers out there who have attempted this over the years, so far back as the Merbella tale back in 2013 May, I think it was. Absolutely an innovation at the time, which looks nothing like the Finfolk tale. So you see, you can do an LED design and have it be completely unique to you. There are whole mermaid companies out there with full brands based around their LED designs. Like, let's not pretend that you're innovating anything here that hasn't already been thought of. There is still the potential for a unique way to do it. This design was not up for grabs. This was not like somebody said, hey, I'm gonna go copy a salmon's tail shape and nobody else can do that. Well, it exists in nature. Everybody has access to this. This isn't like one person. Obviously, the way it's interpreted, that's what we're talking about. Oh, and by the way, your dates don't even line up to be all like, oh, we're so original. Because if you look at the first post made by Mermaid Lucia of their tail, that was back on July 17th. And here's a fun little tidbit for you. Mermaid Jules made a post on June 10th showing how they converted one of their existing Finfolk fabric mermaid tails into an LED tail with little LED lights. That was June 10th, in case you didn't hear me. Boy, can you tell that this really pissed me off? And it's about to get worse, so buckle up. Because the response from the community, I've never in my life have I been so disappointed with a single group of people. I can't even. People said that Finfolk deserved this. Like, I feel like I want to throw up. This just upsets me so much. Finfolk deserved this because they only made one tail. And everybody deserves to have access to that design. Artists do not owe you their artwork, okay? We don't owe this. This is not owed. You do not get to come up into my studio and say, hey, this design that you made custom for someone, you're not selling it, I'm gonna go and make my own. And then just to really rub the salt in there, I'm gonna sell it. How dare you? How dare you? Unbelievable. I have 2 designs right now that were gonna be one-offs, and now I have to sit here and panic thinking that if I release these as a one-off design, and the number of people I've already had messaging me to buy them, am I gonna have to panic that some other company is gonna just swim in and steal my work and claim it as their own, and their justification is gonna be, well, she only made one. I mean, like, where are you getting your logic from? Where's that coming in? This whole industry would not exist were it not for artists who are out there innovating, like Taylor, like Finfolk, like me, like all of the other smaller tail makers that nobody really talks about. I gotta make a video. We gotta touch on this. There's a lot of other independent makers out there who are innovating and creating some amazing work. We're gonna do a video one day, I promise. But truly, how dare the community not honor their makers? And I'm not saying
bow down before the mighty Courtney.
Acknowledge the fact that these other companies have been out here for so long. Like, Finfolk just celebrated their 10th anniversary. Either it just happened or it's about to happen. Don't quote me on that. 10 years. I've been doing this for 16 years. I don't even know how long Taylor's been doing this for. A hot minute. And I am extremely disappointed in Mermaid Lucia. As a brand, as a company. You guys know how much I love the fish fin, and the tea on that fin alone is so scalding hot, I cannot even. And what's even worse, actually, than all of this, because it gets even worse than all of this, and I am planning on making a dedicated video just on this one topic because it's going to be a little bit too long to include in this video. We're going to talk about the companies who are not actually tail-making companies. The companies that are reaching out to suppliers who are using all of us for their ideas, creating a line of tails that appears in a catalog you can then select to show on your website and have people buy. And then these companies are representing themselves as small, eco-friendly businesses when they're not. We do need to have a discussion about that, because also the number of people who firmly believe that that fish fin is sold by Mermaid Lucia. They are a distributor of that fin. This is not like Taylor. Taylor made his fin. It is not the same thing, but do buckle up, because I do plan on making a video about it. And I think so many people fail to realize, just given the following that Finfolk has, I think people forget that Finfolk is in fact a small business. They work really hard at what they do, and yes, we all make mistakes, but they still deserve our respect as the innovative team of artists that they are. I just cannot tell you how disappointing it was as an artist, as a small business owner, to read comments from people and the justifications. I understand that you're frustrated that you cannot get that specific tail. I get it, I do. But artists do not owe you their artwork. We don't owe it to you. We don't owe you how we made it, how we did it. We don't owe you a copy of it. Artists we don't share our work for that reason. It's our passion. It's how we want to express ourselves, and we should be allowed to do that in a safe way and not worry about our work being ripped off. I'm going to have left some of my sources, some other resources, and of course all the previous videos mentioned in the description box down below. Leave your thoughts respectfully in the comment section down below if you'd like. If you're interested in more of the lie that is so many of these new mermaid companies popping up, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification as well so you don't miss out when that video goes live. And otherwise, I look forward to catching you all again in my next video. Happy swimming! Bye. A big thank you to the Patreon Pod for helping sponsor today's episode. The Patreon Pod is your mermaid home away from home with a private Discord community chat, weekly live streams with replays where you can actually watch me make mermaid tales live, as well as get exclusive looks at upcoming projects I'm working on and more. Please check out the link in the description box down below.